October 12th, and it's almost the end of the year. My name is Robbie Coates, and in the studio today is the Victrix.
How we doing, Rob?
Doing well, feeling rested. How about you?
I'm I don't know about rested, but feeling good, and
You're working very hard.
We're working 24/7 over here.
Yeah.
It's a 24/7 operation. Where do we stand right now with everything? Where are we at? It's been a minute, so let's pull us in here.
It has been. You mean just with us, pull the audience in?
Just everything that's been happening the past few weeks.
Goodness gracious. Well, I think a lot of things have been. It is astonishing every single day. First of all, I have some notes on the screen. I'd just like to open with Hurricane Delta recently, past couple of days. That's over and done with already, right? Did we miss that one? Hurricane Delta?
Well, it was a big one. Yeah, I think we missed that, but
okay. I just wanted to say that's
Louisiana
a dumb name.
And Texas, they got blasted again.
Yeah, my uncle just moved from California, escaped California, the Los Angeles area. What's one of those beaches?
He broke out.
Broke out, moved to Alabama, on the coast, right on the coast, some beach in Alabama. And
really,
they've been getting battered since they moved there. Like, how many 2 storms have landed? 3 now? Is this the 3rd?
Tons.
Anyway, it was a baby storm.
Look,
listen, it was a baby. He's afraid. He's all afraid. They don't like storms, because they're from California. They're earthquake people. They don't know what hurricanes are. They're not familiar with hurricanes. But, like you and me, we're hurricane pros. Hurricanes are.
I know I've been through a couple, but
oh really?
I don't want to go through very many. I don't want to go through any more. I
love hurricane season. I look forward to hurricane season. So hurricane season means waves, means surf. It's always been fun. Growing up, hurricanes do a lot of acute damage. They can when they make landfall. But in Florida, if you're a Floridian, I've basically been here my whole life since I was like 4 or 5 years old. And hurricanes are time for parties. You board up the windows, you get a cooler of beer, and you sit on your lawn. You sit on your lanai, your screen porch, and watch the storm go by. Maybe watch a football game or something. And that's basically it. Look, the bars stay open. I think they used to anyway. So many things have changed in the world recently, and I'm talking like not even. I'm talking even before coronavirus thing. A lot of things have been changing, but obviously everything going on with this coronavirus hoax bullshit has changed a lot of things in a lot of ways.
Well, since Obama, things have changed.
Yeah.
Unbelievably as well. If you think about it, since Obama's come around, there's been some really creepy and weird stuff that's been unpackaged for everybody.
Like from the get-go.
It's just really kind of started to butterfly into a bunch of other things, and it's just about as weird as it can all get right now. I'll tell you that.
He was really pushing. Really pushing. Do you remember anywhere in any kind of national dialogue, anything about transgender bathrooms and wanting to use the same bathroom in a Starbucks or a Target as, dudes and dudettes sharing the same facilities? Why did the president make that a national issue?
I don't. We all know what Obama is all about.
It was just weird. You're talking about weird things.
Everybody needs to use the bathroom. Definitely, we don't need to force a bunch of people together that aren't. Come on.
Yeah, do you remember all that?
If you're in a dress and you're a dude and you go into the men's bathroom, it's a little odd. That means you're saying, I'm a guy. Stay in the women's room. And, that's weird too. Actually, don't they have separate stalls and stuff for whatever?
You gotta be kidding me, do they? No.
I
I've never
just
been
can't
in one.
even
I've never been in one.
leave it up to Congress to battle this one. I'm not getting into that one. We're getting too close to
We're
that
rambling
whole.
is what we're doing. We're just
You
going
know,
on.
personally,
I didn't want to get into that. We're
it's like a
talking
Jerry
about
Seinfeld moment here. It's like
it
a
is,
Jerry
and it's but
Seinfeld
we're getting. I do,
moment.
yeah. And we all love Seinfeld.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's one of our favorite lines here at WARV.
Jerry.
Oh man, wonderful.
Remember Seinfeld, man? Those were like the good old days. Kramer was the funniest. That was the funniest guy around.
Yeah, love Kramer. Love Kramer.
You're a big Seinfeld guy.
I think you're a bigger Seinfeld guy than I am. I love Seinfeld.
Well, that was my time. That was my time.
Yeah.
That was right. I was right in the heat of that. Right when it was big.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Hitting
think
on all
maybe.
cylinders.
Well, a buddy of mine, a longtime friend of mine, is also a big Seinfeld guy. So maybe I just didn't watch Seinfeld.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. You've got more Star Trek under your belt than I do. Yeah, so you have more Star Trek.
I have more Star Trek under my belt than most people on planet Earth, probably.
You're not from planet Earth.
Well, that's what people have said throughout my life, yes. And it might be true. I don't know. Who knows if any of us are. Getting deeply philosophical there outside the scope of this program, I think. All I wanted to say was that Hurricane Delta is a stupid name for a hurricane. Why Delta? Why are they? Why are they? Were we out of names? Are we going to the Greek alphabet already? Who's doing that? Who picked these
things? What is your
that,
background on your screen there?
I'm not sure. It's time for a new one. What is this one? I find.
Okay, there you go. I thought that was the ceiling of your bunker.
Okay, this one says I find peace in the rain.
Okay,
I don't even know what these are. I'm just flipping through.
We're double checking.
Yeah, I've got this folder full of thousands of pictures I've collected over the years. I'm talking like over decades.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
I got a great idea.
Yeah.
Let's pay a shitload more taxes for everything let's just start paying taxes left and right and getting hit left and right. From the Biden Harris taxes, the tax plan. What do you think? What do you think? How about a bunch more taxes? How about a BLM tax? What do you think about that? What about a reparations tax? What about a white tax for being white? How about an additional property tax per square foot? How about we come to your home on a BLM raid and measure your square footage and see if there's room for more people? What about a wealth tax for anybody that works? Or makes any kind of money over $18,000 a year? How about a wealth tax? How about a wealth tax for people that gross 400,000, make 20,000, have 300 some thousand in expenses, and we're gonna blast them again? How about that? What about this little wealth tax? A wealth tax. How about a healthcare tax?
Oh, we tried that. Didn't we try that one?
No. Let's do a healthcare tax again.
Oh, again.
Let's do a mandatory healthcare tax, like the mandate, and if you don't have it, you're going to pay heavy if you don't qualify.
I that sounds familiar. That one does.
Let me ask you something.
Shoot.
Let's cut the Trump tax plan.
No, that doesn't sound like.
No, let's cut it. Let's cut it. It's helping,
you mean like completely?
It's helping businesses and people that work catch a break to where they can bring on more people or spend more money in their communities. Let's cut that.
That all sounds very racist to me.
Rob, how about a... I mean, how many? I can come up with more taxes that these people are all
one
about,
of the best
folks.
segments. One of the best.
No, I can name it. If we really we could get into a little think tank,
Yeah.
and I can almost come up with 50 tax plans that they want to come up with right now off the top of my head, and I
Who are you
haven't
talking
even
about
been
now?
thinking tax plans. I haven't even been thinking tax plans today, and I can come up with at least 50 different taxes that they want to put on you guys.
Oh,
You, all of you.
you're talking about them. You're
But
talking
I'm talking about Biden Harris. Yeah.
Biden. Yeah, oh, the two oh, well, I'm sorry, the one behind you.
There's
The
at
one
least
behind you.
5 household taxes they want to start pushing on everybody.
And are among them some of the ones that you named hypothetically?
They are. There's some in there. There's different ones that I think up
Look, I got to
sometimes that
tell
are
you,
coming down the
I've
pike.
had a moment to think about it now, and none of them sound very good to me. I don't like I don't like any of
I
them.
don't think you would like any of those.
No, none of them sound beneficial to me, or
Well,
to you, or to anyone.
I think the biggest question is how your reparations are paid. You know what I mean?
Say that
That's the biggest
reparations,
thing.
reparations.
Yeah. Well, how, if you're going to pay with money, you're going to get hit with your money. The question's how do you actually pay?
Are you talking about the money that we would owe?
Well, you're going to owe money for reparations, period.
To reparations for
And
Kammy
BLM
Harris,
and
for
and
BLM.
BLM and all that, for all of it.
Yeah.
You're going to owe reparations, but how are you going to pay? What else are they going to do to you?
You mean, so what are they going to? There's not going to just be reparations. It's not just going to be a line item.
They can't stop there. We got to pay for this. You see, Rob, we've been paying for liberalism for a long time.
Yeah.
And we've been paying for it. And, Greenpeace, stuff like that. A lot of it's just to keep people quiet. There's a lot of things like that. And the government's been dishing out dough for a long time just to keep certain groups of people quiet. Just to, you can never really get rid of these groups of people, but you can get them out of your face for a while. Okay. So that's important to know. That's very important to know.
Listen, the president of the United States recently had COVID-19. And I think
yes, he did.
And so basically what happened was the president of the United States of America caught a little cold, and they rushed him to the hospital in Marine One. I think he went there in Marine One. I don't know. I know he came back in Marine One. I know that in that helicopter, that behemoth of a helicopter, it's only like a 5-minute ride, and he lands right on the lawn, right at the back door of the White House, and he's just a magnificent. That was some magnificent flying, by the way.
That was a moment in history right there, buddy. That was crazy. That day, he returned to the White House and saluted that Chinook as it took off. I'll tell you,
it's not a Chinook, but it is a big helicopter. It's
my bad. It's not a Chinook. That's
Chinook's the one
closest.
with the 2 blades, the 2 rotors.
It's Marine One, right?
That's Marine One. Well, it's because it's a Marine helicopter, but it's owned by the Marines, and the president is on. It's like Air Force One happens to be whatever airplane the president is flying on. It's usually the same airplane.
That's the Air Force One. This is Marines.
Right.
Transportation.
Right, but that's just because it's a Marine helicopter. The one means president. Like if Pence were on it, it wouldn't be called Marine One. It would be called Marine Two. That's how that works. When Pence flies, whatever plane Pence flies on is called Air Force Two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how that works.
So Pence has his own airplane.
Yeah, Air Force Two.
Wow.
But if the Air Force Two breaks down and he's got to use a different airplane, if Pence flies on a commercial airliner, has to get a seat at the front seat on a commercial fucking airliner, that commercial airliner for that flight is called Air Force Two.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So what happened
was an
Air
Force plane.
It becomes because they are the head of the executive branch of the government, commander in chief of the United States military and whatnot. So
absolutely,
yeah. President Trump basically defeated the most deadly, insane, alien, novel, unlike anything human beings have ever seen, apocalyptic virus. He just defeated it in just like a couple days. It was just nothing to him. He must be like some kind
Well,
of
he didn't even
god.
want to go to the hospital. He didn't really want to go, but he took the advice of his doctors and people around him, and Trump went. And immediately upon arrival, set up offices and stayed working.
Yeah.
He
Well, I
stayed
heard they
working.
wanted to sequester him away into like his bedroom at the White House and just hide him away to where he couldn't do anything. Apparently, he said that he could do more work at the hospital than he could at the White House if they were going to make him quarantine himself. Yeah, what's the point? Why do you have to quarantine yourself if you beat it?
You know,
Go ahead.
you probably shouldn't have to quarantine as long as you test negative. What the hell is the point of quarantine?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Because they say you can continue to test positive long after you cease to transmit it. You can still have because you have little dead viruses floating around in you still, and one more than one of these tests, you can pop positive, even though you're not contagious anymore. For a long time, I read some study, some nonsense tweet, some bullshit. It's all bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, this is funny behind me here. These are graduated cylinders, is what that's supposed to be. Yes. All right.
that's funny. Now that's funny, man.
Yeah. C-130.
What is that behind you there? That's
See
pretty
a big
insane.
monster lineup of C-130 Hercules. Who knows what they're doing? I mean, some people do. I don't. I don't know what they're. Those refueling airplanes maybe in the front with those pods could be. Sometimes
It's
they use them to
possible.
refuel, but yeah, very rarely. I think not all the time. Who knows? I don't know. Listen, 5 minutes to Walter Reed. COVID-19, the president beat COVID. So is COVID just not a big deal, or is President Trump just like a
Well, it's a
superhero?
big deal, obviously. It's just how
Well,
big
it's
a
not obvious
deal,
to me.
and
I maintain that it's not a big deal. What? It's not. It's nothing. Where?
well, either way, he got it, and he's back, and he's working, and he's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I
Okay,
think
so
that was pretty big what happened there. That was pretty big,
I
man.
think it was pretty big, but only because the political ramifications of it. The
Well,
president has
if
now
he
come
would
out
have
and
got,
said, "Don't let it run your life."
if he would have been really sick and couldn't handle it, and it was looking like he was weak, and it was COVID was kicking Trump's ass, it would have been over.
Yeah.
All the independents who have no fucking clue about politics, that are easily swayed by if someone's got a good haircut, or just stupid shit reasons. They have no fucking clue the deep down, pardon my language, Rob. They have no clue what the
No
hell
need,
is going
Victor.
on. They have no idea what we're really fighting for here. Anyways,
No, they don't. They really don't. Anyways, was that anyways a back to me? Because what we
well,
have, yeah.
oh my goodness. I'll tell you what, I just don't even know what to think anymore about it. Obviously, it's out there. We can
It's
get it.
October 12th. It's October
It is
12th.
October 12th. The World Series is almost about to be played.
Okay, so
The
get this.
NBA just had their championship game last night. Hockey has already had its championship, and football is full steam ahead. Now, football, a few people have been
Wait a minute,
positive. Now,
football?
my problem, yeah, football. My problem is when these guys get a positive test, one guy, get him out of there. Just like with a flu. Somebody
Yeah.
has the flu, they get him out of there.
Well, see,
You don't
normal
shut the
reasoning.
game down. You don't switch everybody's schedules. You don't switch around the broadcasting and the season and throw the teams off.
Right. But
Keep
when
it
you
going. You
say,
you you take that one guy and you send him home.
but when
He's
you
sick.
say you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't. You're talking about normal common sense stuff before coronavirus when somebody gets sick.
Just the basics. The
Yeah,
basics
the
that I remember
basics.
growing up with. If
Yeah.
somebody's sick, you send them home, pull them out. I mean, obviously, this is a coronavirus situation, and
But why is coronavirus? It's a virus, isn't it?
people, okay, if they test negative, they test negative. So if the teams test negative and one guy, for some reasons, testing positive, he has sniffles, send him home. Keep playing.
Listen, when was the last
Test
time you heard
everybody
someone
and
cough?
keep. Joe Biden 2 days ago on TV
No
was
kidding.
coughing,
That's
and
right. That's right.
Joe Biden, he was coughing.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. And even still, it's been forever. It's taken all this time. You know, people are afraid to cough or sneeze out in public anymore. Nobody's getting, ladies and gentlemen, if this virus is, look, the claim is that it originated in China. And yet it has traveled all over the globe because no one is immune. And now it's everywhere. And yet, not everyone you know is sick and dying. One of these things, some of these things don't belong. One of these things, all this is a bunch of crap, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bunch of nonsense. It's a bunch of nonsense. So there are thousands of coronaviruses, It's a common thing. Coronavirus just refers to how it attaches to cells. It's this little round little virus vehicle. It's got these little feet all over it and look like a corona under a microscope, you know, like a fried egg. You know, it's got a nucleus looking thing and a hazy outer looking thing. And hey, that's how you classify that class of viruses, ladies and gentlemen, and there are so fucking many of them. I don't believe for a moment that they can determine one from the other, and you shouldn't either if you're reasonable.
Sounds to me like it's the perfect storm.
Yeah, well, how do you mean? I mean, it is. Obviously, it's working.
Well, because there's so many different types, like you said, that you're going to test positive for one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't believe the test discriminates. I don't think you can test. I bet you that if you've had a cold in the last year or two, any kind of cold, if you've ever had a cold, you'll probably test positive for coronavirus. If you have any kind of cold antibodies, because that's what it's one of the things that causes a common cold. And so we just developed a test for one, you know? So what? Now everyone's scared because we're testing for something new. New things do not appear on
Well, I'll
planet
tell
Earth.
you what. Let me shift gears.
Yeah. Go ahead.
How about this debate commission? What
the fuck is the debate commission? Who's that? What do they do?
Hold on a second, though. You know, they changed their mind, and like right after the
Yeah, but who are they? Who do they think they are? Who do they think they are? Why do I care?
They think they're a debate commission. That's what they think they are. But
Who appointed them?
They tried to switch that decision to go. I believe that they tried to switch that decision real fast overnight to
which decision?
To do an online debate. And they tried to switch it around real quick. So like
back
everybody
up a little bit.
Back up,
reverse. Rewind a little bit here now. What decision?
The debate commission.
Okay, but what decision are we talking about?
After the, I'm a little mixed up here. After either the Biden Harris, obviously after the Trump debate. Okay. But so after Trump got
Are you talking about when they wanted to make it an online debate and Trump said we're not going to participate in that shit?
But the way they came up with it, basically they're all trying to undermine Trump the way they're doing it, and they're making the decision so fast overnight without even people knowing, and Trump's just saying, we're not going to do that. We're not doing this online. That's not how you debate.
Well, that reminds me of mail-in voting. They're all of a sudden just snapping the fingers. We're going to change the way everybody votes. You're going to vote by mail this year. Going to change the way we've been doing it since the beginning of the country. Just going to change it. Did we get to vote on whether we're going to vote by mail-in voting? I don't think I like mail-in voting.
It reminds me of the background picture behind you, it's dangerous territory, man. You're out in the middle of nowhere. You're just hoping. You're hoping to get somewhere. You're hoping to get somewhere. It's dangerous territory. There's snakes. There's big horses running around. There's all kinds of stuff that'll come and get you, man. There's little nasty little spiders and scorpions, and
Well,
that
it
is
looks a little
dangerous
cold right
territory.
now.
It's dangerous
Yeah,
territory.
that's right. That looks like where I was born. Maybe Colorado somewhere. I don't really recall. But this is a Chinook. That's what a Chinook is.
Well, that looks just like Marine One. I guess it's not quite.
Well, the
as,
Marine one it's
plump.
missing. Marine one has that about there-ish and does not have that.
How about this picture right here of classless Kamala Harris?
Yeah,
laughing and smirking at Joe Biden, huh?
I couldn't believe it. That's what was my comment over and over as I was watching that debate. Is she laughing? Is she laughing? She kept laughing.
Well, look at her face. Just look at her face.
Look at her. What a bitch. She's a bitch. Hey.
I call her Big Head. I mean, you know why I call her Big Head?
I calls them
because
like I sees them.
Say it. What's that, Rob?
I said I calls them like I sees them. I calls them like
she
I sees them.
supports beatings in the streets. She supports beatings. She said it. She said they should keep doing what they're doing, and they're going to keep doing what in that nasally, like, clothespin on her nose.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, she's such a phony, and
she's had every opportunity to calm people down.
All she is a tool. All she is a tool for BLM and Antifa and the founders of Acorn. She's Acorn's wildest dream come true. Yeah. For those of you who don't know about Acorn, find out about it. It's disgusting. That's all we could say.
Acorn resurfaced somewhere. Yeah, I saw it recently. Some ad. There was some ad or something.
Well, I'm always talking about it online. That's when I'm arguing politics about Obama or this joke Kamala right here.
Speaking of Kamala, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris had a rally at in Nevada somewhere. I think it was Las Vegas.
When was this?
I think this was just yesterday or this weekend, Saturday or Sunday. It was this weekend. Okay, just a couple of days ago, and nobody showed up. And I don't mean like virtually nobody. I mean 0 people showed up to an event where Joe Biden and Kamala Harris had planned to be together at. They were there. They were holding a rally for people to come to. It's not like they didn't want people to come. It's not like it was going to be a teleconference virtual rally.
Well, you know what happened. Hold on. You know what happened. I heard that everybody's all beat up and tired from all the riots because all their people are BLM and Antifa and Acorn. So I heard everybody was beat up and they kind of stayed home.
Well, see, those people don't really care, I think, is also the thing. I mean, they are able to employ them.
I have breaking news. Breaking news.
Yes.
Are you wondering why the riots have dried up slightly?
They do seem
We've had a couple flare-ups. We've had a few flare-ups.
Okay.
Number one, I think they're planning to disrupt Election Day.
Yeah.
They're going to disrupt this is how they're going to just.
Oh, my.
Yes, they are. They're going to disrupt. Okay.
Oh, my.
Now, another reason why you don't see these big organized, nationwide BLM ordeals. You want to know why, Rob?
Why is that?
Because BLM's dough is dried up. The Joe Biden campaign has spent all that money on these commercials. There's a reason why you don't see Joe, but you sure as hell hear about him on TV a lot. Joe Biden has the most commercials per new commercials. He doesn't just have the most commercials, like the same commercial playing over and over.
Yeah.
he has the most new different commercials. So basically,
Does he
they're
really?
all different. They're all different. I mean, there's commercials I see one after the other, and I say, what does this guy have his own production laboratory? I mean, Hollywood is literally, the money is basically going from the American people's donations and these big corporations into the BLM, into the Act Blue, which gets siphoned into Biden's campaign, and then he shifts it into Hollywood's pocket as they make all his films and everybody in Hollywood. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of that dough's going in the front pockets of these actors. So the BLM money is like a runoff. It's basically hitting, it hits BLM, goes into the Act Blue, okay, funnels into Biden's and the Democrat and all these other little umbrella Garbo organizations, Obama's little creations, sucking it all up. Okay, it goes there. Boom. And that money gets spread within the party again on films and actors and
Oh, they
okay,
have,
boom, boom, boom.
yeah.
So right now it's dried up. No one's donating anymore because all the sports teams have to focus on their businesses again.
Wow.
They're done with it. The sports
Wow.
teams are done with it, except even LeBron. Even LeBron has to kind of just shut up about it. Because at some point, no matter what color you are, at some point, man, hey, at some point, man, you're going to have to go to work.
Mhm.
You're going to have to go to work, man.
I'm telling you.
So at some point, man, you just got to go to work.
Yeah,
So
one of
that's
these
what it's
days,
coming
man.
down to. That's
Yeah.
what it's coming down to. All
Coming
these
down the
people,
pike.
took their little fighting vacation. They set buildings on fire, this and that. Everybody's got to kind of go back to their places. You can only play build a city. I think these people have been building cities on their phones for too long. Chop or Chaz, whatever it is. I mean,
Sim City.
think about blowtorched garbage. That's Chaz and Chop
Really?
in
Yeah.
Portland.
It was.
Blowtorched
It is.
trash, not just like a little burning pile that's kind of on fire. I'm talking like blowtorched, just like annihilated fire, like something that was annihilated. That's Chaz and Chop. And these people think that it's been forgotten. I think when election day comes, the force is going to be so heavy this time because everybody watched it. Everybody felt the same anxiety and fear. Are these people going to be at our front door? You have a lot of idiots out there that supported it and said, "Oh, you're a racist." And
Yeah.
Rob, I'm loving the race card this every 4 years, aren't you? That they come
Uh,
with. Oh,
every four
this
years,
year
it's
it's
been
been
nonstop. It's been just nonstop. It's race. You're a
actually. You're
racist.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. Well, I'll tell you, they have multiplied it by 1 billion right now. It's
Yeah.
always been around. You're right, but
Oh, yeah. They've been
they
doing it for a long
never
time.
the Democrats have never come out like this before and openly given their hatred. Like I don't hate liberals. Like let's
No,
take
but they are
our
full of hate, aren't they?
dude. When Obama won the elections, I didn't go out and start trouble. I just took it on the chin. I said, "Damn it, it's going to be harder to make money for 4 more years." The rebuilding process is going to be slower. That's all I knew.
Yeah.
That's what I knew. And that's, usually what I'm voting for is what's going to keep the business going, what's going to give me the most chances and opportunities to just build something and be able to do something,
Well, you
build
said it,
something,
man.
keep chasing dreams and just going for it. I mean, you're always climbing for something, chase for it. But that's the beauty of it here in this country is you can chase a little dream. Maybe that doesn't work out. get re-energized. You're back out there the next day. You're into something right away. It's the same fire. It's all kind of one continuous fire.
That is the
It's
beauty of America
no
as we
matter
know
what you
it.
chase.
Yeah, as we know it, but not this. The tyranny that exists, that they've used this coronavirus as a scapegoat for, is just is monstrous. It's unprecedented. People try and say it's precedented. There's a new flu in 1918, and I just want to slap people across the face who say that crap. I can't believe they're bringing up anything about 1918. Most people didn't even have, there wasn't even running water in 1918. I don't even think of how hospitals had electricity. Was there even intravenous
People.
injections back then? Was that? I mean,
Well, there's stuff. I mean, it's
anyway, but
not
just
nothing like it
best
is
practice
now. But I mean,
procedures.
there
Just
was just people living normal, just like they are now, and there's houses and
yeah.
running
What I'm saying
water. I
is,
mean, there's plenty of buildings and all kinds of stuff, man. Industrial revolution, man.
yeah. Listen, um, Hurricane Delta. Talked about Delta. Coronavirus insanity. Coronavirus. Did you know
I
that
think I
Putin?
think the biggest focus is I think Joe Biden is literally swept under the rug. We know who to talk about is Kamala Harris. I want to
Oh,
talk
of
about
course.
Kamala. Like Kamala said, let's talk about packing the courts. Let's talk about packing the courts. And then she got right up to
Did
the
she?
camera and she goes, you're gonna have a choice to vote. Let's talk about packing the courts. You're gonna have a choice to vote.
That's pretty
On
good.
election day, you're going to go out and you're going to vote. She never said nothing about it. She's just saying vote for Kamala. She's saying vote for me and I'll bring BLM to your fucking doorstep with a
She
fucking no cops around. That's what she said.
during
She's
that
done.
during that debate, man, they're
They're
done.
so boring.
Dude, they've been done. They've
What is
always.
going on with her background now? She's from Jamaica, or her family's from Jamaica.
Yeah.
That's her background, correct?
I don't know. She was an American Indian not too long ago. She was the first
Well,
Indian.
I'm just hearing that her family, the Harris family in Jamaica, was a pretty big slave family.
Oh yeah, no, that's
They
old news.
owned.
That's old news. That's already. But they've
That's
tried to snuff.
old.
Oh, yeah, dude. I heard about that at least a few months ago, maybe 2-3 months ago. They tried to snuff that out. Long time ago. They tried to snuff that out before that came up before she was running mate of Joe Biden's. When she was still part of the mishmash. She was part of the
So
mishmash. Yeah.
let me get this straight. Her family can actually have plantations and be a slave owning family.
Oh, that's okay for them. I'll have to find the
It's
article.
okay because it's her.
Yeah, and they actually get. I got to find the article because I don't remember how they gave her a pass, how they worded it, but they basically admitted to it. They said, "Yes, this is true. It was a Snopes thing or a fact checker. It was a fact checker thing." It said, "Yep, it's true, but it doesn't matter." Because Kamala Harris is a righteous person, or some. It amounted to some bullshit like that. That's not what they said
She
at
is
all.
not righteous
But they
for
didn't use
even
the word
five
righteous. They
fucking
didn't use.
seconds.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. That's what they tried to put it. They made excuses for it. They said it basically said she can say it. It's like it's like black people get to say the N word. Basically said she gets to own slaves. Is what they made it. They just tried to make it. It's okay. They said, hey, doesn't matter.
I hear the
It's
apple
nothing.
doesn't fall far from the tree. I'll bet you she could fit right in that position of owning slaves. I'll bet she could go back in time to that plantation, step right on there, and boss everyone around. I bet
You
you
see
she's
how she was
one
bossing
nasty.
Putin, or not Putin?
She is.
You see how she was
She's one
bossing Pence
nasty
around?
woman.
She is nasty.
Oh, she's nasty. She is nasty. I'll tell you, she had a chance. She had a chance. She had a chance.
Yep.
She had a chance. And that chance was when the fly flew on Pence's head. Her big head Kamala Harris could have said, Mike, Mr. Vice President, excuse me, you have a fly on your head. That could have put her on a level. She could have
But
ended
she
it right
didn't.
there. Her and who is the moderator? That was the first off. I don't know who was worse, Wallace or this last moderator.
They're
Who
both
are these
awful.
people? They're picked by the commission. They're
Who's the
picked by this
commission? Who's the
garbage,
commission?
a bunch of flaming garbage balls, a big rolling dumpster fire of idiots. Okay, that's
Who
who they
appoints the
are.
commission? Where does the commission come from?
Idiots. Idiots.
Hey, I told Hubert he could be on the show. I forgot to mention it to you. I wanted to call him. We're out of time now, Victor. I need closing statements, but Hubert needs to come on the show.
You know what my biggest closing statement is? You see, wait, over here, this way. You see this idiot right
Yeah,
here?
that one.
Besides this one right here. But this one for real. You see her?
Mm-hmm.
See that? I'm picking her nose.
Don't
She is an idiot. She is one of the dumbest people in politics. She's a prosecutor. She's an asshole. Prosecutors are usually a little fucked up. They're trying to fuck everybody over. They don't care about, all they need is a couple little sentences on, okay, this guy, yep, hey, fuck you. See you in 10 years.
Yeah.
She is that person. We don't need her. All her speeches are going to be, oh, you people this, and you're fucking, you owe us this, and black people this. You're a race. That's all it's going to be for years and years and years. They're gonna come to your house. They're gonna fucking take your shit. It is going to be one nonstop piece of crap show. That's not a threat. I honestly, those first two Obama presidencies, it was the first one was radical. The second one, obviously, they did a lot of radical work because we're seeing the remnants of it. Yeah, that's kind of what we're draining the swamp here. This is part of it. Like these underground radical organizations are. This is it. Their funds are blown. They've come out of the world. It was like this big grand finale, and their timing was off. Their timing was off, man. Because now here we are. Trump's as healthy as he's ever been. Trump's fully funded. All of Biden's dough is blown on television commercials and vitamin B shots. Did you see him at the debate put his hand in his thing? He had to push a little button that kept him. Oh,
is that what that was?
It was it was something he hit that pumped him up.
To infuse him when he needed it? No. Oh, fuck. Oh.
Yes, he did.
How do we know this? Do we know this is true?
Jacket? Who reaches into their jacket and does something right there?
Well, we also thought it might have been a microphone. It might have been a receiver for
No.
Not a microphone, but
it was a shot. He reached in and he activated something that was like, and it pumped him up because he was real pumped up for about another 5 minutes. It was like his last little nitrous oxide boost.
I'm gonna have to watch that again. Nitrous oxide is gonna do the opposite.
You know what? I'm out of here.
To you.
People get the drift. We'll see you on the next show. Don't listen to her. If you know what's good for you, if you're trying to make any money or you're looking for opportunity out there, stay away from her. That's all I can tell you. Rob, I'm out of here.
Thank you, Victrix. What to add? I think it is time for everyone to take off the masks. I'm sick of the masks. Sick of them. Sick of them. There's nothing new outside, ladies and gentlemen. When I was a kid, if you had asked me to go find you a kid with chicken pox, I would have found you a kid with chicken pox that day. That day, I would have found you 12 of them. I would have found you a family of brothers and sisters of them. But today, coronavirus is the most deadly virus in the world. And chickenpox was just a normal thing. We didn't shut down the planet over chickenpox. Coronavirus, apparently, nobody has any immunity to. It's the most deadly, dangerous thing in the world. It's so deadly and dangerous, you got to wear a mask everywhere you go. And even masks don't work, and nobody wears masks, and yet nobody's dying. Somehow it was born in China, and somehow it creeped all over the world, and yet not everybody has it. It just kind of went from select individual, lucky lottery winning individual to individual that happened to have a ride or hitched a ride to every county in the world, in every state in the world. And so where is it? Where is it? See, the reason why you can find it in every location in the world, somewhere in some person in the population, is because it's not new, ladies and gentlemen. It didn't spread here from China. It's been here forever. It's been here as long as viruses have been here, as long as the rest of them that affect us. We've never witnessed. Look, there's nothing new under the sun, ladies and gentlemen. New things do not appear on planet Earth. It flies in the face of everything you know. Human beings have never witnessed an evolutionary leap, and human beings never will. For any human being that is ever alive in human history or in any future of humanity, no living human will ever witness an evolutionary leap. The world will always appear to have been exactly the same as it ever was. These things take millennia. Be reasonable, ladies and gentlemen. If it is as deadly as you think it is, look, I know there's a high likelihood that even though that your people who are watching this are Trump supporters, Trump voters, probably most likely. I know that most of you are still wearing masks. Folks, take them off. If it is as deadly as you think it is, as dangerous as you think it is to require those masks, I should be dead. So many of us should be dead, and everything's the same. The world is the same everywhere you look. Look outside. The world is the same as it ever was. There is no evidence of any danger from horizon to horizon, no matter where you go. Sea to shining sea, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. Long live the hawk.